Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, so, all right, for those who follow my channel, I haven't really talked about this subject because I'm kind of back and forth with this subject. I see this from both point of views. You know, I feel talent is talent, but I understand where everybody is coming from, you know, both sides of the fence, where you have this controversy about should black British actors play in roles that should be designed for black American actors. And, you know, Idris Elba addressed this situation where he basically said, hey, at the end of the day, we're all black, and should it really matter? And he basically said, to a certain degree, this is just a form of division. You know, I understand where he's coming from because, you know, he's been around for a while. And I mean, he played the iconic character Stringer Bell, you know, from The Wire, who had ambitions to go beyond, you know, trapping. But, you know, we all know what happened to his character. You know, and it was kind of funny. He said that a lot of D-boys used to be walking up to him, asking him advice on how to be a better drug dealer. So that's funny that, you know, his acting was that good to where people was actually asking him for advice. I don't know how he really felt about that, but I found that to be rather hilarious. But when you think about it, like I said, I'm just on the fence. I feel like at the end of the day, talent is talent, and should it really matter? But then I understand where everybody is coming from. They like, well, damn, they're taking all the roles. Because I'm looking at this Whitney Houston thing, and Whitney Houston, if I'm not mistaken, was born in New Jersey. And I do think you should have, for this particular role, you should have a black American born actress to play Whitney Houston. You know, I really do. Now, if it's some other stuff where it's a cop movie, an action picture or something like that, then, you know, who gives a damn? But if it's a historical or iconic character, then I do think you should start looking at, you know, the American born black actors and actresses. Because now it's looking like, okay, they're getting everything and they're basically starting to, you know, push the American born black actors and actresses to the side. So I guess that's where a lot of the tension is coming from. And, you know, Samuel L. Jackson kind of spoke on that about Daniel Kaluuya playing in the movie Get Out. And I think he kind of like started this to a certain degree. I don't know if he was instigating, but he might have been just speaking from the heart. So, like I said, I understand everybody's point of view on this. So, like I said, I'm even on the fence with this. I think, like I said, for the Whitney Houston movie, I do think they should have had an American-born black actress play that role, just like I had an issue with Daniel Kaluuya playing Fred Hampton. Even though Daniel Kaluuya did an outstanding job and he deserved to win that Oscar, but you thinking to yourself, there's plenty of other dudes that could have played that role that was born in the States. So yeah, like I said before, this is just a slippery slope, and it's a very controversial subject. But, you know, hopefully this doesn't get to the point to where we're having real like discussions about this, to where this just gets to the point to where it gets really serious. And you know what I mean by serious. But I do feel like this is a discussion and a topic that's going to get into deeper and more transparent conversation in the black community, whether it's the black community overseas or whether it's the black community in the States. Do I see possibly a somewhat of a standoff coming? Well, you never know, because you need to start acting these directors. I would like to ask the director of the Whitney Houston biopic, I think her name is Lemons, Casey Lemons. I'll have to check. Don't quote me on that. You can put in the comment section what her name is. I know this is the same person I think directed Eve's Value. Ooh, I remember that movie. That movie was controversial as hell. But anyway, this your boy Tim Biz. I'm out.